Let's play detective and just stick to the facts here. LA Noire is, first and foremost, an adventure game. You might see the Rockstar logo on the box and expect a big open city for you to drive around and cause trouble in whenever you want. But you'd only be half right. That sprawling open city is there, but it's not there for you to terrorize. In fact, it's your job to clean it up. The focus in LA Noire is squarely on solving crimes with by-the-numbers police work that has you gathering evidence, interrogating suspects, and building cases against the lowlifes who populate the city's underworld. It's a methodical experience that's not quite like any other game with this large a scale. 1947 Los Angeles is an ugly, ugly place. The Black Dahlia killer is still at large, drugs run rampant through Hollywood, and white-collar criminals are eager to capitalize on the booming post-war economy. And of course, there's no shortage of husbands looking to bump off their wives for insurance money and other homespun crime of that sort. As straight-laced Detective Cole Phelps, it's your job to clean up all this mess. Now, Phelps isn't the sort of questionable anti-hero you see in most Rockstar games. He plays it strictly by the book, and he makes for a strong contrast against all of the sordid goings-on as you move from case to case.
You talk about it like it's a system.
It was a system, but those days are long gone.
We are supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah, and we do, but we can't change people.
That's how you see it?
See it any other way, and you better forget about being a vice cop.
Can we get on with this? Today, preferably?
The game reconstructs vintage Los Angeles to an exacting level of detail, and the appearance of real historical figures like West Coast gangster Mickey Cohen makes the whole thing feel especially authentic. LA Noire unfolds as a series of chapters, each based on a specific case. You'll be charting Phelps' career from arson to homicide to the Vice Squad, so you'll be dealing with all different types of crime, but of course dead bodies are a pretty common theme throughout almost every case. Investigating all these crimes will occupy the majority of your time in the game, and the detective work is broken down into surveying crime scenes to gather evidence and interrogating persons of interest based on the leads you've uncovered.
I'm not lying to you.
Both of these gameplay mechanics are executed to an excellent degree of technical prowess. The game lets you pick up and manipulate potential evidence in a very tactile way, and the detail on these objects is high enough that you can clearly lift the serial number from a pistol or pull an address from a matchbook, though you'll also spend just as much time examining the grisly wounds of corpses.
I'll have more details after the autopsy.
It's the interrogation scenes that deserve the most attention in LA Noire, largely because the facial capture performances are so shockingly lifelike. It's your job in the game to decide if the people you're questioning are telling you the truth or not, and if possible, to present the evidence that will catch their lie. These scenes are somewhere between Mass Effect and Phoenix Wright, but the technology that brings these people to life is sufficiently advanced that you can actually look them in the face and get a pretty good sense of what's going on in their heads. Of course, the mechanics of the interrogations are by necessity less natural than the faces. There's only one right answer for each question, and some players will probably be put off when they miss certain questions and can't figure out why. Anyway, missing specific questions, or missing important clues for that matter, won't totally damn your investigation, because each case can unfold dynamically in a number of ways based on a huge number of factors. If you miss picking up a lead in one area, odds are you'll uncover similar information through other means later on. The course of your investigations can depend on a whole bunch of factors, like whether you found a crucial but obscure clue or not, or even what order you visit a series of new locations. Sloppy police work will actually extend the length of a case as you make up for your mistakes, but it'll never prevent you from advancing the story forward. You're rated on a 5-star basis at the end of every case to indicate how cleanly you ran your investigation, and the potential dressing down you'll get from your superiors is certainly motivation enough to step up your game on the next case. Although LA Noire is a linear, story-driven game, the vast open city of Los Angeles does act as the connective tissue that links all the story moments together. So you're still free to roam around that city and find other things to do when you need a break from your casework. Primarily, there are 40 petty street crime missions you can respond to, which usually result in a chase on foot or by car, or a shootout that uses pretty standard third-person cover-based mechanics. These kinds of action sequences are also peppered throughout the story cases, but the petty crimes are consistently called out over police dispatch if you ever just feel like shooting at some bad guys.
What's the situation?
We got a holdup gone sour.
There are also a bunch of real Los Angeles landmarks and some other collectibles for you to find, and everything you do in the game, the end-of-case ratings, the interrogations, side missions, landmarks, and so on, contributes to a character experience level that gives you new outfits and faster cars, and also grants you intuition points which you can cash in to ease your questioning and evidence gathering. This persistent upgrade system is a great way to provide some tangible benefits to performing well in the cases and messing around with the side activities.
Are you hearing this?
Loud and clear, motherfucker.
The idea of an open-world game where you can't even draw your weapon unless the story calls for it might sound crazy. But that's exactly why LA Noire is so impressive. It's an unexpected blend of genres produced with a degree of proficiency and resources that you rarely see devoted to such a sedate style of gameplay. That the developers invested such a budget into a modern adventure game is commendable in its own right. And luckily, the result of all that time and money is an experience not quite like anything else out there, and one you're not likely to forget playing anytime soon.
A name, Fleetwood.
Well, he's a real slick dude. Wears a hat and swings a cane. Goes by the name of Merlin. All right, I ain't got a last name.
See you at the station, Fleetwood.